Today on Paranormal Insights, we're going to look at changing the energy of the workplace.
And Deanna has a question about gaining stability in the middle of chaos.
And we're going to look at the quantum shield and eliminating negativity. I'm Joseph Ernest Martin.
And I'm Linda Potter.
And this is Paranormal Insights, where we bring you the latest and best from the metaphysical world.
Here you'll find real tools and insights to your questions as we bring you answers from beyond the ordinary.
Linda is a hypnotist with a specialty in past life regression and guided meditation, and the author of a great new book, The Miracle of Self-Healing.
An award-winning psychic for over 20 years, Joseph Ernest Martin is author of the international bestseller, The Quest to Row, and recipient of the Visionary Award of Excellence.
And you know, I love the topic of eliminating negativity in the workplace, because the workplace, at least the stories I hear traveling around, people coming to me for readings and they're telling me about their jobs, and some of these workplaces sound absolutely crazy.
And it's not only their workplaces. I've had my workplace be in a flurry of negativity, and I think we always have to watch ourselves that it's not us bringing the negativity into our workspace, and to be cognizant of where it is coming from.
Well, negative energy in the workplace can be experienced in a number of ways. It can be perceived as foreboding, depression, illness, dissatisfaction, or an all-around funk in your daily work life. Negative energy is created in numerous ways, such as eating animals that have not been humanely treated, like beef, chicken, or fish. It can come from people sending negative thoughts to you, or by your own poor habits, behaviors, and thoughts that allow a poor self-image. Having this kind of energy in your body will create negativity anywhere that you go. Magically, the law of attraction states like attracts like. So if you carry a lot of negativity with you, you will attract negative energy towards you. To change this, you will need to create positive energy in your life. The best and easiest place to start is with yourself. You can begin by eating foods that have not been caged, injected, or sprayed with pesticides, or foods that have been chemically or genetically altered, and, if you can, you want to purchase from companies that have not exploited their workers or the environment. I know this sounds like a tall order, but all you have to do is start. You can also change your outlook toward a more positive, open-minded approach. There are many books on positive thinking that can show you how to do this. Once you see the positive changes that you've made in yourself, you'll be able to start changing the energy around you. Well, all of us want a good and positive work environment. One way to make this happen is to ground your work area and the business itself. Picture the four corners of your place of business. Imagine that to each of the four corners is a grounding cord. It can be any type of cord that you can imagine: a rope, a chain, roots of a tree, a golden thread, etc. Attach the cords from your work area to the center of the earth. Now imagine all the negative energy leaving the building and going down to the grounding cords. Once the negative energy reaches the center of the earth, it will be transformed and eliminated. Next, picture golden energy coming into the top of your place of business and filling the entire space and flushing all the negative energy down the cords. Finally, permanently attach these cords to the center of the earth so that the negative energy will continually flow out of your work environment and new positive energy will flow continually in. You can also follow up by saying an affirmation. You can use a simple affirmation like, I call forth the love of the universe to fill this place of business with safety, security, love, and compassion for all. Any negativity no longer has any room here and is flushed away and turned back into love, which we receive fully and completely. I am safe as I act through the spirit of love. Give this a try and see if your work environment magically improves. A lot of times, negativity, I think anyway, can come from Well, external pressures. I totally understand, like, businesses have to earn money and pay the rent and their taxes and all that, and that puts pressure on people in a bad economy to have to make things happen in a very tough way. However, there still are businesses out there that are working their businesses in an honest, ethical, exciting way where they're involving their employees in a way that creates abundance in the workplace, not fear.
It's true. And I think another part of that is that it's important that the workplace is something that you take a look at and you audit every once in a while to see if possibly there's something that you're bringing into the workplace that you could pull back on, and overall becoming more aware of what is going on in the workplace that maybe gets you into a more stressed position, or it brings you into a space of not being able to focus or concentrate on whatever it is you're trying to do during the day. There's nothing like going to work each day and not liking the energy in the space that you occupy. It can even be a situation where your working environment is somehow not enticing or isn't supportive of your job requirements energy-wise. Or maybe you simply want a place that welcomes you from the moment you walk through the door, a place that is aesthetically pleasing. In any case, the key is to do an audit of your work environment. See what you can do to improve it. Refreshing your work environment is like a reboot. It can enliven your space or soothe it. If your job or work needs to be fed a soothing atmosphere, feed it. If you need to keep yourself in an energetic atmosphere, then charge it up. One of the biggest influences in your workspace is the color of the walls. If you're able to, pick a color that brings with it the energy that you need. For example, shades of green bring in prevailing energies of nature and growth and also abundance. It also brings with it balance and a sense of order. If these attributes are what you seek, consider the color green for your workspace. However, if you're looking for relief from anxiety or exhaustion, consider painting your room a shade of light yellow. It's known for helping with concentration skills as well as protection from depression. There are so many improvements that you can create in your workplace to make it a better place to be all around. Surround yourself with pictures that you love, a nature scene of a beach, waterfall, or a mountain, or maybe of loved ones. Whatever visual that makes you happy, supply it for yourself, because when your energy shifts to a better mood, you'll shift the energy around you. There are illuminated rock salt crystals that create a beautiful ambiance. They're always a good idea to have in any room that you spend time in. Not only do they look gorgeous, but they're known for their ability to neutralize the energy in the room. An attractive bowl of a variety of cleared quartz crystals are a great idea to have on your desk. They not only look beautiful, but their attributes lend a positive energy to your workspace. Consider surrounding yourself with plants. They are living, breathing, and air purifying. Not only are they pleasing to the eye, but the energy in your room will certainly benefit from even one plant if that's all you have room for. It would be a great help to pick up a book on feng shui, the Chinese art of harmonizing the environment. A good choice in a book is Feng Shui for Dummies. It gets to the point, makes this wonderful Chinese method fun to do and easy to implement. The energy of your workplace is paramount to you getting the most out of yourself in a balanced way. You simply need to be aware of its importance and move forward from there.
And concentration is a big part of the workplace problem-solving scenario. My master teachers would tell me, they'd say, okay, Joseph, now think of the problem as two logs on chains, and those logs are crossing in front of you. All you have to do is wait for the right moment to step forward, and you won't get crushed by the logs. And so, that sounds like a great metaphor, like how do you apply that? But if you're in a workplace where there are problems and difficulties, you could look at that problem and give it a breath, observe it, see how things are crossing, look for the moment to go forward, and that can often solve what can seem like an impossible problem.
Yes, it can, and I think so much of the time we're so not aware of the influences around us that are creating that issue. And a lot of times we've got to start in the space that we're actually working in.
So, what about your desk or cubicle? Well, you can try smudging. You can do this by buying a small bundle of dried sage, either from the internet or your local health food store, and gently lighting it with a match. Walk around your desk or cubicle and let the smoke of the sage gently spread across your area. Think to yourself, all negativity leaves this place and the white light of peace fills me. Now, in some workplaces, that would be an absolute no-no. So please follow the procedures of the business you are working in. Any positive energy you do will have to be redone each and every month, as nothing of this nature will last forever. Also, some people are so extremely negative and some workplaces are so extremely negative that you might have to consider getting a job elsewhere, because energy work at this level cannot force anyone's negative intent into the positive. You can affect real change in your work environment because it starts with you. And don't be surprised when you find out how many other people in your workplace just can't wait to join in.
There are energies in there, but we bring that in by the items that we place in the room. We bring it in by any kind of leftover residue of any problem maybe we had in the morning, and we might be preoccupied emotionally by an issue that, unbeknownst to us, is completely flavoring everything that we're doing and tainting any relationships that we've got going in the workplace, where someone in the workplace is looking at us and saying, "What's wrong with you?" And we're thinking nothing, when actually it is because we've brought an attitude to the table.
Yes, our attitude needs to be the flexible one if we're going to be successful in making changes. Now, my master teachers used to say to me all the time, "What do you want to do? Do you want to carpet the world, or do you want to wear slippers?" And I used to think, why is it me that always has to change? But it's our life, it's my life, it's their life. And if we make a change in our behavior, we will get different results, especially in a work environment.
Let's take the far left-hand corner of your office as you walk in. This is your wealth and prosperity corner. To bring in wealth and prosperity, make sure it's uncluttered. Don't let anything sit in there that shouldn't be. A little table with a water feature on it is a great idea. And incorporate the colors of blue, purple, and red, because those colors are perfect for abundance and prosperity. Also, you can get yourself whatever is your favorite little something that means something to you, maybe a little statue of some sort. Place it in that corner as well, because these adjustments are the ones that are going to bring in the wealth and prosperity that you're looking for. Right, and you know what they say, if we're going to change the outside, we first have to start on the inside. And as hard as it is to change the inside of ourselves, because we are so vested in whatever issue is going on, I think we're going to find we're going to have a lot easier of a world for ourselves in the workplace and even outside of the workplace, because it's the stressors that we have, that we bring to ourselves, that create the negativity that's happening around us. I mean, we're the creators of it. So if we realize that that's what's happening, that that's what we're doing, then we're going to start working toward letting that go and finding not only is our workplace a lot less stressful, but we're going to be more successful in bringing whatever it is we bring to the table with our job.
And there is this fantastic book by Stephen Warwick Smith called The Michael Handbook, A Channeled System of Understanding. And it breaks up the personality spectrum into bite-sized chunks. And it gives you real tools to use to talk to different personality types different ways. And in the workplace, I have found this book incredibly magical, because we take control of our discourse and interaction with others in a way that then becomes successful.
Well, there are so many tools out there that we have that we can employ with everything that we do, and this is simply one area that we can make it so much better by being aware.
Now we'll take a look at something actually quite amazing, the quantum shield. I'm here with Dr. Philip Peterson and the quantum shield. Now, you know, we hear a lot of things about quantum mechanics, quantum physics. Tell us, what is the quantum shield?
Well, it turns out that there's a theory that has been verified about why possibilities collapse in quantum theory, and it's the interaction of the world around us with our thoughts, effectively, is the analogy. And so if someone sends us a negative thought impulse, our brain normally reacts, but if we visualize light around us or some form of shield like a tube of light or a solar ring or a ring of fire, this actually helps to stop that negative impulse that can collapse positive possibilities in our life.
There has been so much negativity in the world recently. We've seen demonstrations and riots and things all over the place. If I'm imagining this shield of light around me, why isn't it just my imagination? How come it really works?
Well, I think it really works because quantum theory suggests that it works, and we know that consciousness enters into quantum theory. And so possibilities in our lives are very analogous to possibilities for an electron in an atom, right? It either goes down or it stays up. And we have found that by focusing also on a certain possibility in quantum theory, by observing it often, we get the quantum Zeno effect. And that basically says the more you observe something, the less likely it is to change. So if we're focusing on the path to our dream, right, as often as possible, then it won't collapse.
So what I'm hearing is a lot of science behind the quantum shield.
That's exactly true.
Where does the science come from?
Science comes from quantum theory, and the idea is that a particle may have several possibilities, right, before we observe it. It's sort of like a hoochie-coochie world where what we do makes the world. So the idea that the world is created by our thoughts is very much enabled by quantum theory, although, of course, materialistic scientists will try to deny that.
Oh, my goodness. So if
we create our own world.
If we are creating our own world, if the world is created by our thoughts, what is something that I might be able to do, or our viewers might be able to do, as a first step on this path, this quantum path?
Yes, of course, positivity, negativity is the worst identity thief, right? Positivity is a good start, but to maintain that positivity, we need to stay in a state of joy, so do things that are fun. And that acts as an automatic quantum shield too.
Okay.
All right? Visualizing and the state of joy. Okay.
I know you have some wonderful books, you have a lot of information. If someone's looking at this and they're wanting to create a better quantum shield for themselves, how can they find you?
Oh, they can find me on thequantumshield.com with a "the" in there. And that links to all the ideas in the book and to possibility of buying the book online and other things too. Okay.
Well, fantastic. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
This has really been enlightening. And I actually think I'm going to get your book and read it because I want to have a better quantum shield in my everyday life.
Well, thank you.
Well, thank you so much.
You seem to have a good quantum shield with your joy there.
Oh, thank you. You know, the quantum shield idea, I think is just so brilliant for a lot of people because it gives you something to like hang your hat on, a visualization of this like large shield that you could use to help protect you sometimes from all this bombardment of negative.
It's true, and as far as being a meditation person that I am, a lot of meditations that I've seen have been extremely powerful have been in just doing that, create visualizations to give yourself a suit of armor, a shield, whatever it may be, and I think they're along the same lines doing really good stuff with this.
Yeah, they not only have the book, but they have, you know, training and all this available, which makes it so easy. If you're interested in all, consider using the quantum shield.
We have a viewer question from Deanna who wants to know how she can find stability amidst the chaos.
Hi, Linda and Joseph. I've had kind of a rough year so far, so I was kind of wondering where I should go from here, financially, emotionally, and if you can give me any direction on getting some stability in my chaos.
Deanna, I'm so glad you asked this question, and it's so perfect for right now to be looking at how to have some stability in chaos. I've asked my guides, I've asked your guides to come in, I've already mixed up the cards, and let's take a look at what your guides want to tell you about how to make something positive happen for you in your life when indeed we are in a total time of chaos. The first thing I want to tell you is that this period of time for you is a perfect time. The next 4 years, 2012, 13, 14, and 15, is going to be a lucky and blessed time for you. Yes, it is going to continue to feel chaotic, but that's actually what it's meant to be. If there are a lot of different elements blowing in the wind, you'll be able to pick out the elements that you wish from all that chaos. And I just want to say about chaos, do you ever look at a mountainside, the trees growing, the grass and flowers on the hillside? That's chaos. Chaos is nothing to be afraid of. It's part of the natural order of things. It's just what we do about it. Now, I feel you're very open, but you bounce back and forth. When you start getting a little bit afraid, you close down, but normally your state is open. That's a state I'd like you to keep. You also will be drawing fortune to you during this 4-year period in a very good way. And so where business is concerned, you're going to find an advantage in business where luck and people are going to be helping you. You get fortune and success, which is just absolutely incredible. It also says this is a time for you to come out into the sunlight, to be seen, to make connections with others. So you want to actively start creating new relationships at this time also. The universe is going to reward you, not a surprise, you have such great cards. And it's going to give you victory whenever you put effort for you. But no one is going to pick you up and drag you to the doorstep of success. You're actually going to be doing effort on your own, yourself. I know that sometimes you feel tired and you feel worn in this process. Indeed, I believe you feel that the chaos has worn you out and has made it difficult for you to decide even how to go forward. But happiness is your key in putting this energy forward in a way that is going to be working for you with luck and connection with others. From this chaos, beautiful things are going to grow. You really have one of the best sets of cards I've seen in a very long time. I want to just point out quickly how great they are. Success, happiness, fortune, victory, the open door. These are your symbols for you this year, going all the way to 2015. Take advantage of the chaos around you as you would the flowers and lilies of the field.
When we're dealing with chaos in emotional and financial spaces, it's more important than ever to make your first priority getting yourself balanced. Your emotional state is what will bring forth the answers to the financial area of your life. But first things first. If you aren't already, from the moment you awaken each day, think of the things that you're grateful for. Make a conscious thought to be grateful for the cup of coffee you may have each morning, or acknowledge gratitude for another day to live. You'll be surprised how one grateful thought leads to another and another. We just don't often consciously acknowledge the things in life we really are grateful for. And that's an important step in regaining your balance and ushering you into a space of appreciating what you do have, setting the stage for abundance in all areas. Make sure you're aware not to have negative talk going on in your head. Thoughts like, I should have done this or that, or if I hadn't made that decision, I wouldn't find myself here, or I'm doomed and there's no way out of this mess, and so on. We can always think of more to add to that list, but it's extremely important to stop this kind of mind chatter. It completely works at keeping you in dire straits in every way. In thinking negatively, you hold a space for negative things to happen. Where thoughts go, energy flows, and you don't want to flow within those negative thoughts. It'll work against you on every level. So be very conscious of not doing that. Instead, shift it up. Replace those thoughts with positive affirmations such as, my life experience is making me stronger. Every adversity I'm faced with is an opportunity to gain emotional experience that will enable me to help others. Each day I become happier, stronger, and financially abundant. I'll draw situations to me that will benefit me and will be good for the greater good. And at every minute of every day, I have everything I need. These are just a few of the affirmations you can use at any time you get the chance. You can certainly add to this list as well. Fill your mind with positive and your life will deliver the same. It's a way to deter vast amounts of negativity that we experience in life. When you stay in a positive mindset as best you can in any given situation, you're increasing the energy of you. And with that increase in energy is an automatic dropping away of the negativity. It simply goes hand in hand. Boy, Deanna sure has her hands full with stability and chaos, but I know that she'll get control of it as soon as she gets her emotions in check. And hey, what a reading.
What a reading indeed. You know, those were some of the best cards I've seen in a very long time. And I have to tell you that we're coming out of this whole chaotic part. You know, we're still seeing the forces battle each other in the world, but we are actually coming out to a better period of time where it's not going to seem so chaotic.
Yeah, and it's hard when you're going through in the midst of the dark side, because you can't really see how you're going to get out of it. But clearly from the card draw that you had and from her for her strong nature that she has, she'll have the fortitude to get herself to the other side from the dark and into the light.
Absolutely. We want to hear from you. We want to answer your questions and address your topics. If you have questions you'd like answered personally, we're easy to find. You can find me at joseph@questtarot.com or at my website at questtarot.com.
You can find me at my website, sightforhealing.com, and join me on my internet radio show, The Open Door, on ScepterRadioNetwork.com. You can view this program on Comcast Channel 17 in Sacramento, California, and at accesssacramento.org. And don't forget to watch our companion show, Paranormal Connections, with host Donna Wilberg.
We're easy to find on YouTube, Facebook, and Vimeo. Just search for Joseph Ernest Martin, Linda Potter, or Paranormal Insights. And be sure to watch our new weekly series, The Magic Minute, where you learn easy-to-use everyday magic to make your life better every Wednesday on Vimeo and YouTube, because it only takes a moment to make magic.
We want to hear from you, so we can bring you our paranormal insights and answers from beyond the ordinary.